Hello, and welcome to another episode of MCP Soundcheck. I'm Wade.
And I'm Joe.
And we're back to doing Mastodon. Last week we did Mastodon, Call the Mastodon, and Mastodon's Remission. Today we're doing the big two that kind of really solidified them as the shit.
It will be the last kind of independent release that put them on the map, and then their first major label album.
And also, it's the last time before the drummer kicks in to sing.
Yeah, I mean, I think he kicks in a little bit on Blood Mountain as like a background vocalist.
Yeah.
Braun.
But Braun really, steps up.
Crack the Sky would be where he comes in and becomes like a highlight of the record.
So, we're doing Leviathan. 2004's Leviathan. Let's do that one first.
The first one in chronological order.
Yeah, the one that really took a punt to the dance.
When I first heard about him was when this album had come out.
I mean, it's an iconic. It's one of the best covers. One of the best covers, not the best cover that they've ever released, but it's one of the best. It's one of the coolest. It's their water-themed album. Remission was the fire one. This one's water.
And this one is their first real concept album.
Yes.
It's all about
Moby
Dick.
Yeah. Yeah. And so this album, walking into this show, I was like, Leviathan's gonna be like top tier. Nothing's gonna touch it. After listening back, I listened to it probably 4 times this week, all the way through. Sit down, didn't skip anything, just sat and listened to it. Yeah, Leviathan was not as high as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
There's some great songs in Leviathan, but there's also songs that I could be very indifferent with, which we'll get into. Do you have a hit for this album?
Yeah, I do. You make it sound like I wouldn't. It's a Mastodon album. Yeah. Of course there's a hit on it.
Now, are we going to choose Blood and Thunder for...
That would be my hit.
Do you have a secondary hit?
Yeah, let me take a look here real quick.
Because Blood and Thunder is the best song on the album.
I got a few songs here. So okay. I got Blood and Thunder.
All right.
Which, opening up... See, Mastodon has like 2 tropes. They have a great opening song, and they have a great song with Scott Kelly from Neurosis.
Yeah.
Now, we should keep tabs on when those trends break.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, it doesn't break here because they did Aqua Dementia, right?
Yes. Yeah. So, Blood and Thunder, great.
Yes.
Aqua Dementia is also one of my hits. That's the Scott Kelly song. So, we're 2 for 2 on this trend on this one. I also have Island, or... Because I sometimes see it with like an accent mark over the I. But there's Island. That, and I think Hearts Alive is really great. I believe that's the instrumental.
Hearts Alive is a surprise for me. Mine is Iron Tusk. I love the tone, the crunchiness of the guitar, the aggression of the vocals, and also the riff is cool. It's a cool, catchy little riff. And it's just so heavy.
It was a very indifferent song for me. Like I thought it was fine.
Also, Sea Beast is actually pretty heavy too.
See, that's another one. Like I thought it was fine. I felt it matched kind of the status quo of the album. It does its job, but it wasn't really a super highlight for me, and it definitely wasn't like the worst. In my opinion.
But what is the worst for you?
I had Naked Burn.
Yeah, that's mine. That's mine.
And I had Megalodon, which I put that one because I do this weird. I do a weird
cool name, but the song doesn't live up to the name.
I do this weird thing on my notes where it's just kind of like an honorable mention. I put it in like parentheses. Megalodon's in parentheses for me. It's not the worst. Naked Burn is by far the worst song on this record. But Megalodon. Like, there's moments in there, but this album it's kind of a slog for me. As much as I love...
Also, I Am Ahab is kind of forgettable.
Yeah, that's another one that fades, like, kind of in the middle for me. But this record, as glorified as it is and how like honored it is for like Mastodon like old school fans, it's a real slog to listen to for me at least.
It's like swimming underwater.
Yeah. It's like sometimes like at certain points in the record it feels like drowning. But it's I love the concept. I feel like the lyrics, because the one thing Mastodon does a lot is they have very poetic, borderline, like kind of obtuse kind of lyrics. Like they're hints of what they're saying, but they don't tell you what they're saying.
Yeah.
And they just kind of get a feeling across a lot. I feel like some of the songs on here aren't that great, or they're just way too esoteric for their own good in the lyric department. And other ones I think, are fine. Like Blood and Thunder, I think, is probably one of the strongest lyrical songs on here.
And awesome riff.
And it's one of the best riffs that they've ever written.
Yeah.
Weird video.
Yeah.
If I remember, I think this is the one with the clowns in it. Like, I think that was Blood and Thunder.
I think you might be right, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking the next album, Wolf is on the Loose. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, the next album has weirder videos, but this is one of their weirder ones.
But yeah, like, I agree. That was 2004. But in 2006, they released Blood Mountain.
It's hugely anticipated. Leviathan was a huge hit.
Yeah.
They toured on it for 2 years and basically cut their teeth and were announced around this time as being the next big metal band.
Yeah.
They were kind of, at that point, that was one of their roles.
And then they released...
So Blood Mountain comes out, and it's their major label debut.
2006.
They go to Reprise or Reprise Records instead of Relapse, which was the last few.
Yes, you're right.
And this is their Earth themed album.
Yes.
But it's less focused as a concept record.
It has an idea of like a story.
Yeah.
It's not like Leviathan where it's following a story. It's not like Operation Mindcrime by Queensryche where it's following specific structure.
It's not like an opera or kind of like...
It's more of a setting.
As focused as Leviathan is as a concept.
Isn't the plot like a guy is on search for the crystal skull on the top of Blood Mountain? And that's it. That's all they give you.
Yeah, and then just all the songs are kind of the experiences he has, and it all just kind of fits into the theme.
Yeah. So, okay, let's just go to hits. Let's just go with the hits.
The two that stick out to me are Crystal Skull and...
Which, by the way... Who sings on Crystal Skull?
Is Scott Kelly on that one?
Yeah.
Number one. There you go. Wolf is Loose is also really good.
Yeah,
but it's not my hit on this. But it's still a really good opener. So we're 2 for 2 again.
I think I got the other one.
But the big one for me is Sleeping Giant.
Mm-hmm.
And spoiler alert, like, I've listened to all the records and done my list and everything already. Sleeping Giant might be my favorite Mastodon song now.
It's got a great...
It's so good.
It's got a great build-up to slow guitar, and then that
I love the
guitar,
single note.
That has like an echo delay slide kind of feel to it. And like when he does it the second time, it does a little extra long. When he's really strumming those single notes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so good. And also the vocals are great. Troy and Brent are...
they're on their game. Brent, especially on this record, brings it.
Yeah, that song is fantastic. That would be my hit. A surprise hit that I thought that I was like, wow, I really like this song was...
Is it a single?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's Hunters of the Sky.
Huh.
No, I'm sorry, not Hunters of the Sky. I'm sorry. Hand of Stone. I get those two mixed up. Hand of Stone. That is a heavy song. Also, I really like Siberian Dance.
Unfortunately.
Oh no, is that one of your least favorite?
Hands of Stone is one of my least favorite.
Maybe I'm thinking Hunters of the Sky. It's after Colony of Birchmen.
No, I think that's Hands of Stone.
No. It's Hunters of the Sky. I'm sorry.
Okay. Hunters of the Sky is a good song.
Yes.
Hands of Stone for me, because it has a heavy riff to begin with. And I was re-listening to Blood Mountain, and I get to Hands of Stone, and I'm like, why do I not like this song? And you play it for the first few seconds, I'm like, this is really awesome. And then the verse kicks in, and I went, oh.
Yeah,
I didn't dig it. My least favorite was Capillarian Crest.
Yeah, the thing is, but that whole song is, let's see, you got Wolf Isn't Loose, which is a great. It's an interesting intro song because I feel like
it's not quite like Blood and Thunder.
That's more of like in the middle, I think.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Crystal Skull could have been a good opener, but like I'm interested in why they chose Wolf Is on the Loose.
The Wolf Is Loose
sorry.
is really interesting because it's not like a super heavy song like Blood and Thunder.
It's really hardcore.
Or Crusher Destroyer.
It's a very punk, hardcore, fast.
Yeah, it's just kind of a tone setter, and then you get into Crystal Skull, and then you get into Sleeping Giant.
Which is like 1, 2, 3, fucking great.
Knockout
and
punches.
then Capillary and Crest. And you're just like, oh.
And it kind of brings you down. I dig some of the stuff they do in Capillary and Crest. It just, as a whole, doesn't work for me. Same thing with Hands of Stone. There's things in it I like, and then, like, there's a lot of stuff I don't. And I don't think really works with the rest of the record.
Here's one that I did not care for. Capillary and Crest would be mine too. But to be fair, Pendulous Skin at the end, just like that is such a... it's a very indifferent song to me. I'm like, I could live with that song.
You know, frankly,
if they would have closed the Siberian Dance, I think you would have had
Yeah, I liked it. I felt it was... I think where you were going is it feels unnecessary.
Also, the beginning of Blade Catcher.
I love Blade Catcher.
Like the really
weird.
super fast vocal track.
Yeah, it's super weird, but I really dig it.
But when they after vocal track, when they get to the melody part, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Also, another shout out. It's kind of like in the middle, but Circle of Sasquatch or Sasquatch, whatever you want to call it. Sasquatch.
I liked it.
I like that too.
I like that song. This Mortal Soil was one I didn't really dig. I kind of have that in my honorable mentions on the worst side.
Yeah. So, Joe, rankings.
Oh, here's where the fun begins.
I know last week it was very controversial when you put Call of the Mastodon over Remission. I switched it. I was Remission over Call.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
that's a change.
So for me, we're talking about my list now. The first 4 records in order. Am I going best
to worst?
Call of the Mastodon is still my best. Okay? Second best is Blood Mountain. Okay? Blood Mountain's a great record. I love it a lot more than I used to. Leviathan is right underneath. And then Remission.
For something, I thought you were going to put Leviathan dead last.
I thought about it.
Much like I should not do that because I don't want all the hate.
I thought about it.
I don't want all the hate mail.
But I felt like Leviathan is much more of an even keel for me than Remission. Remission has a lot more highs and lows. Leviathan has, like, for me, like, some really great songs in there. Like, if Island and Aqua Dimension weren't on the record, it'd be worse. But it has those to keep me up through...
Keep you afloat.
Keep me afloat through some of those other ones. But, yeah, I feel like both of them are kind of slogs for me to listen to. I think Leviathan's a longer record, so I generally don't listen to that all the way through.
Okay, so my rankings.
Yeah.
Number 1, Blood Mountain.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is a surprise for me.
No, I mean, it's a great record, dude. And you go back and you look at some of the reviews, and you thought these guys were blasphemous. They're like, Blood Mountain's easily as good as Leviathan, if not better. And you're like, and you go back and listen to it, and you're like, it's a better record.
Number 2, Leviathan.
Okay.
Number 3, Remission.
Okay.
And number 4, Call of the Mastodon. You love Call of the Mastodon, but I thought it's very mediocre, and it is consistent, and it's consistent of mediocrity.
It's a hate or love it record. And
that's what you love about it, or hate about it.
Yeah, that's what you love or hate about it. At least it's one single emotion you have all the way through it.
Yeah.
You either really dig it, or you really don't.
Yeah.
But stay tuned, because we got more coming. We got Crack the Sky
and the Hunter.
And the Hunter next, which could be a very interesting episode. And then after that, we got Once More Around the Sun and Emperor of Sand.
Yes.
to round out the whole discography
Yes.
as of now.
Yes.
Until they release a new record.
If they release a new album, then we'll do like a solo episode. Then we do that, like we've been doing.
Yeah,
we'll do because the rumor they're doing a new album this year.
Yeah, we're recording this before they release rumored record.
Yes. So if they release something later in the year, we'll do an extra episode and do and redo the rankings. That's how we do it from now on. Yeah. So we get the chunk here, and then we'll just like when the more albums they put out, we'll do stuff right there. But yeah. It's going to be interesting.
Oh, you have no idea, Wade.
Because you've already done your list.
I've done the list.
I just had to finish The Hunter.
I know because of...
It's been a while since I listened to The Hunter.
Because I had done all 4 of these records last week when we did the first 2. And I already knew where Leviathan was falling, and I felt pretty bad because I knew where some of the future records were going to go.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry. But these are my opinions.
Yeah. Don't worry, I show a little Leviathan love.
We'll see.
But still,
we'll see what happens when the rest of the records come out.
Out of the 4 albums, still not my favorite cover on a Mastodon album.
True.
So, it's going to be interesting. And spoiler, it's not The Hunter. I'll guarantee that. It's not The Hunter. I'll just say it right here. The worst album cover is The Hunter.
That's mean. That's mean. It's true. It's mean though.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you go from like Crack the Sky to that. They're like, whoa. Yeah. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So let us know in the comment section below what's your favorite Mastodon song, what's your favorite Mastodon album that we've done so far.
Yeah, don't spoil yet.
Don't spoil your list for us. I want to know near the end of the show what your spoilers are.
Actually, I don't care. You can spoil it all you want because we can talk about Mastodon all day.
Give us our suggestions of songs, albums, discographies, artists, whatever. Let us know. We're always taking suggestions, stuff like that. We got this season planned out, but the next season, the future seasons, will have more suggestions, stuff like that, and more variety. So subscribe, like, share, whatever. So until next time, rock and roll never forgets, and neither do we.